Ever find yourself cozy in bed, only to realize you forgot to turn off the light downstairs? We've all been there. Trekking back through a dark house is a pain. But guess what? There's a solution. Two-way switches. Two-way switches let you control one light from two different locations. Imagine this, you flip the switch at the top of your stairs, and your hallway lights up. Then you walk down and turn the lights off at the bottom of the stairs. No more midnight expeditions in the dark. This setup is super convenient and can even make your home safer by eliminating dark hallways and entryways. So, if you're ready to ditch the dark room walk, let's dive into the world of two-way switches. Before we get our hands dirty, let's gather our tools and materials. Preparation is key to any successful project, especially when dealing with electrical installations. Having everything you need within arm's reach will save you time and prevent unnecessary frustration. Having everything ready will make the installation process smooth sailing. Here's what you'll need. Two-way switches, 2 of them. These switches are designed to control a single light or a set of lights from 2 different locations, making them perfect for staircases, hallways, or large rooms. These look different from regular switches, so double-check at the store. Make sure to ask for assistance if you're unsure, as using the wrong type of switch can lead to complications down the line. Electrical boxes. If you're replacing existing switches, you're good to go. However, if you're installing new switches where none existed before, you'll need to install new electrical boxes. If not, you'll need new ones. Make sure the boxes are securely fastened to the wall and are the correct size for your switches. Wire strippers and cutters. These are essential for working with electrical wires. They allow you to strip the insulation off the wires without damaging the metal underneath, which is crucial for making secure connections. Screwdrivers. A flathead and a Phillips will come in handy. These tools are necessary for loosening and tightening screws on the switches and electrical boxes. Wire connectors. Make sure they match the gauge of your existing wiring. These connectors are used to join wires together securely, ensuring a stable and safe electrical connection. Electrical tape. Always a good idea to have some on hand. This tape is used to insulate wires and other materials that conduct electricity, providing an extra layer of safety. Voltage tester. Safety first. This will help you avoid nasty shocks. Always test your wires before touching them to ensure they are not live. Wire, if necessary. You might need extra wire depending on your existing setup. Make sure to get the right type and gauge to match your current wiring. Remember, electrical work can be dangerous. Always take the necessary precautions to protect yourself, such as turning off the power at the breaker box and wearing appropriate safety gear. If you're not comfortable tackling this project yourself, call a licensed electrician. It's better to be safe than sorry, and a professional can ensure the job is done correctly and safely. Two-way switches work by creating a circuit that can be interrupted at 2 different points. Imagine a hallway with a light in the middle. Now picture 2 kids holding hands, representing the electrical current. When both kids face each other, the circuit is complete, and the light is on. If one kid turns around breaking the handhold, the circuit is broken and the light turns off. It doesn't matter which kid turns around, the result is the same. Two-way switches act like these kids, controlling the flow of electricity. Flipping either switch changes the circuit state, turning the light on or off. Pretty neat, huh? Section 4. Let's get wired. Your step-by-step two-way switch installation guide. This guide will walk you through each step, ensuring you understand the process thoroughly, and can complete the installation safely and efficiently. Now for the fun part, installation. This is where you get hands-on and see your efforts come to life. Before you start, turn off the power at the breaker box to the circuit you'll be working on. This is a crucial safety step to prevent any electrical accidents. First, remove the existing switch or switches. This involves unscrewing the faceplate and carefully pulling out the old switch using a screwdriver. Unscrew the faceplate and carefully pull out the old switch using a screwdriver. Make sure to keep the screws in a safe place as you will need them later. Use your voltage tester to double-check that the power is off. Next, identify the wires. This step ensures that you are working safely and know which wires are which. You'll have 3 wires, a black hot wire, a white neutral wire, and a red traveler wire. Each wire has a specific role in the circuit. The red traveler wire is key for two-way switches. It allows the switches to communicate with each other, enabling you to control the light from 2 different locations. The traveler wire is key for two-way switches. It allows the switches to communicate with each other, enabling you to control the light from 2 different locations. Now connect the first switch. This involves attaching the wires to the appropriate screws on the switch. Connect the black wire from the power source to the common screw, usually black or copper on the first switch. This is the main power connection for the switch. Connect the red traveler wire to one of the remaining screws. This wire will carry the signal between the two switches. Connect the other remaining screw to a short piece of black wire called a pigtail, connected to the black wire of the light fixture. This ensures the light fixture is properly connected to the switch. Cap off the white neutral wires with a wire connector. This step is important to ensure that the neutral wires are safely secured and do not cause any electrical issues. Then, run the traveler wire. This wire will connect the two switches, allowing them to work together to control the light. Run a new 3-core cable from the first switch box to the location of the second switch. This cable will include a red, black, and white wire. This cable will include a red, black, and white wire. For the second switch, connect the red traveler wire from the first switch to one of the screws on the second switch. Connect the red traveler wire from the first switch to one of the screws on the second switch. This will allow the two switches to communicate and control the light together. Connect the black wire from the new 3-core cable to the common screw of the second switch. This is the main power connection for the second switch. Connect the other remaining screw on the second switch to the other end of the red traveler wire from the new 3-core cable. This completes the connection between the two switches. Again, cap off the white neutral wires with a wire connector. This step is important to ensure that the neutral wires are safely secured and do not cause any electrical issues. Carefully tuck the wires back into the boxes, screw in the switches, and attach the faceplates. Make sure everything is secure and properly aligned. Once everything is in place, you can turn the power back on and test your new two-way switch installation. Section 5 Two-way switch trip-ups. Don't let these mishaps leave you in the dark. In this section we will delve into the common pitfalls that can occur when dealing with two-way switches. These switches are essential for controlling a single light from two different locations, but they can be tricky to install correctly. Even seasoned DIYers can make mistakes. It's easy to overlook small details that can lead to big problems down the line. Here are some common two-way switch blunders, and how to avoid them. Misidentifying the traveler wire. This is crucial. The traveler wire is what allows the two switches to communicate with each other. If you mix this up, the switches won't work as intended. Double-check your connections to avoid a short circuit. Loose connections can lead to intermittent issues that are hard to diagnose. Make sure all wire connections are tight and secure. A loose connection can cause the switch to malfunction or even create a fire hazard. Loose connections can cause flickering lights or even a fire hazard. Reversed switch connections are another common issue. Pay close attention to the switch terminals. Each terminal has a specific function, and connecting the wires to the wrong terminals can result in the switch not working correctly. Connecting the wires incorrectly won't give you the desired result. It's important to follow the wiring diagram carefully, forgetting to turn off the power. This is a critical safety step that should never be overlooked. This seems obvious, but it's easy to get caught up in the moment. Always make sure the power is off before you start working. Always double-check that the power is off before working on any electrical components. Use a voltage tester to confirm that there is no live current. Remember, if you're unsure about any step of the process, it's better to pause and seek advice. Don't hesitate to call a qualified electrician. They have the expertise to handle complex wiring issues safely and efficiently. It's better to be safe than sorry. Taking the time to do things right can save you a lot of trouble and ensure your electrical system works flawlessly. Section 6. Safety first, always. We can't stress this enough. Electricity is dangerous. Always prioritize safety when working with electrical wiring. Here's a recap of key safety points. Turn off the power. Before you touch any wires, make sure the power is off at the breaker box. Use a voltage tester. Double-check that the power is off before working on any electrical components. Don't work alone. Have someone nearby in case of an emergency. Wear appropriate safety gear. Eye protection and gloves can protect you from potential hazards. When in doubt, call a professional. If you're unsure about any aspect of the installation, don't hesitate to call a licensed electrician. Remember, a little caution goes a long way when it comes to electrical work. By following these safety tips and taking your time, you'll be enjoying the convenience of two-way switches in no time.